The 2020 National League schedule announced. ODP National Championships are on the way, and the water polo community mourns the loss of NBA great Kobe Bryant. All coming up next on a brand new counterattack. Hi everyone, Greg Mescall here. Thanks for joining us on the counterattack. We start first with the 2020 National League. Big changes coming this year to the National League. It's one of the best ways to watch high-level men's club water polo. This year in 2020, 3 different divisions. You'll have your championship, your collegiate, and your club. Championship going to be your highest level National League competitors. That was the schedule that was released this week at usawaterpolo.org. That's the division that's also going to have members of the USA Water Polo Senior National Team competing 3 weekends of competition leading into the Fisher Cup. The other 2 divisions, collegiate, as you might imagine, featuring college teams, club, other USA Water Polo club teams, some of the best from those divisions. They'll also funnel into the Fisher Cup as well, culminating in May in San Diego. Full rosters for all levels of National League still to be announced, but more information, including schedules, available now at usawaterpolo.org. And now we turn to women's college water polo. The 2020 season is already underway and already a host of upsets in the non-conference slate. The latest, San Jose State upending the Cal Bears by 1 goal. Spartans are on the rise. They were featured this past weekend on NBC Sports Bay Area. Here's a quick look at this year's Spartan squad.
The goals for the program are to establish a good culture of winning. I think we are humble and hungry, but we also need to train for the bigger picture. So what it takes to be a championship is what we're really trying to accomplish. Everybody is included in our system of play, so it's really important that we establish a good foundation.
That takes us off to our Cap 7 college scoreboard. As you can see, Spartans with a 1-goal win. Close affair between Wagner and Indiana. Seahawks take it 18-17 in sudden victory overtime. Michigan edging UC Santa Barbara 7-6. Gauchos had the win over UCLA earlier in the year. And then Fresno State 1 goal over UC Davis 14-13. No water polo on TV this weekend, but more water polo on TV coming as the Pac-12 network schedule has been announced. 4 games on the way starting March 8th. Arizona State visiting Stanford, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. Then you've got your rivalry matchups, Cal and Stanford and UCLA and USC. Those all available on the Pac-12 network. Water polo on ESPN+. The Ivies do a great job televising the game on the East Coast. Make sure you visit the websites of Brown, Harvard, and Princeton. You can access live coverage on ESPN+. Subscription is required. And now we turn to USA Water Polo events on the way. First up, the ODP National Championships. The boys and girls are returning to Riverside, California this February and March. You can go to usawaterpolo.org right now for full information. Schedules coming soon, rosters, hotel information, everything you need to know on USA Water Polo's website under the ODP section. From there, we turn to the men's senior national team. They'll be hosting Spain in a 3-game series this March. March 21st, 22nd, and 25th. Team USA gearing up on the road to Tokyo to take on one of the best in Spain. Tickets available soon at usawaterpolo.org. Now, while the USA men host Spain in March, both the men and the USA women will head to Indianapolis, Indiana for the FINA Intercontinental Tournament. First time ever, USA Water Polo hosting the men and the women in this event will be at the IU Natatorium April 28th to May 3rd. Tickets for that event available soon. Live streaming available, schedules, rosters, all that good stuff coming soon at usawaterpolo.org. But if you're anywhere in the Midwest or within driving distance to Indy, join us for the FINA Intercontinental Tournament. We'll see you there. Now let's head out to Budapest, Hungary, the European Championships. This is super important. We're talking road to Tokyo, qualifications on the line. For the men, Hungary defeating Spain 14-13 in the gold. For bronze, Montenegro over Croatia 10-8. Why are these results important? Well, Hungary qualifies with their gold medal. Spain already qualified through last year's World Championships, so that means Montenegro is on the way to Tokyo with a 2-goal win over Croatia. Similar story in the women's competition. Spain, they play Team USA for gold last summer in Guangzhou, so they're already in. That put a lot of pressure on the bronze medal game. But first things first, Spain 13, Russia 12. Russia punches their ticket. Then in bronze, Hungary over the Netherlands 10-8. That sends Hungary through to the Olympic Games. Big weekend for those 4 countries as the field for Tokyo gets a little bit clearer. And now we close with some sad news in the sports world. As you know by now, NBA legend Kobe Bryant was one of 9 people who passed away in a helicopter crash this past weekend in Calabasas, California. Why bring up an NBA great on a water polo show? A couple of reasons. One, the two sports always seem to be linked together. Water polo fans typically enjoy basketball. Basketball fans can understand things about their sport in the game of water polo. Secondly, there's a lot of connections between members of Team USA, past and present, and Kobe Bryant. I talked with UCLA water polo head coach Adam Wright this week. The 3-time Olympian was fondly remembering when he played basketball with Bryant at the 2008 Olympic Games. You can look no further than the Instagram accounts of Tony Azevedo, John Mann, Tamua Nye, Betsy Armstrong, filled with photos of them and Bryant at the Olympic Games in Beijing or in London. And how about Kaylee Gilchrist? Injured last summer in Gwangju, South Korea, her return to the pool dubbed the Mamba Mission in honor of Bryant. The two trading messages on Instagram, messages from Bryant of support, wishing Gilchrist well, checking in with her as she worked her way back to an Olympic level. There's countless other stories of water polo athletes running into Bryant at the Olympic Games or locally in Orange County. There'll be more tributes and celebrations to come, but this is our small way of saying thank you, Kobe, for your positive impact on the world of water polo, and our thoughts and prayers are with all those affected by this past Sunday's tragic events. And now we close out our show as we do every week with our social media send-off brought to you by our friends at Kobean. We begin with our winner of a free pair of Kobean sandals. Shout out to Cali Girl MC. This comment on the Adam Krikorian, Dan Dovicic, Dolly Parton challenge. We sincerely hope everyone got the joke. These coaches are not active on Tinder as far as we know. Congrats to Cali Girl MC on winning a free pair of Kobean sandals. From there on to the rest of the social media send-off. Coach K saying it best in reflecting on the tragedy in Calabasas and the 9 that passed away, as we told you earlier, in the helicopter crash. From there on to some brighter news. The Olympic Games, 6 months and counting. They'll be here before we know it. It's important to know your history. Remember a time when the Olympic Games didn't offer water polo to women. We were in Greensboro, North Carolina, and caught up with national team pioneer Laura Cox. She was part of the 1979 World Cup Championship team. She gave us some of her thoughts. Full interview available on USA Water Polo's Twitter account.
Back when I was playing, there was not much respect for the women, and to see the women now consistently successful, that's just very gratifying. Yeah. The yellow ball is addictive, and once you start playing water polo, it's just awesome to play.
And last but not least, we love to see athletes giving back in their community. Austin College in Sherman, Texas, helping out with their local Special Olympics organization, and that's some of the best of the world of water polo we saw online this week. Thanks so much for your submissions. Keep them coming. Tag us at USAWP. That's all for this week's episode. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget, when you're on the counterattack, look weak side.